a murderer is on the move. That's right. In this clip, and in the ones that follow, the silent killer, the HIV virus, which causes the deadly disease of AIDS, can't be spread. It may not be visible to the naked human eye, but each year, AIDS claims 300,000 lives in sub-Saharan Africa. This is a catastrophe considering this can be prevented and treated under modern medicine. Today, I'm going to tell you about why the problem is so bad and persistent, why the United States should allocate funds to prevent the spread of AIDS, and how we can make that happen as a country. The problem stems from a stunning lack of AIDS prevention in the region. It's the leading cause of death in sub-Saharan Africa, and it composes 70% of the world's global cases. Even worse, only 103,000 individuals have access to the life-saving preventative drug pre-exposure prophylaxis. Making matters worse, U.S. funding is trending in the wrong direction. In 2019, $18.6 billion were available to fight AIDS in the region. That's $7.6 billion less than what the World Health Organization estimates is needed to fight the problem in sub-Saharan Africa. The solution lies in the products of medical labs like where I am right now through pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP. PrEP is a prescription pill intended for individuals who are in regular, close contact with the HIV virus. When ingested daily, the CDC has proven that PrEP is 99% effective at reducing the transmission of the HIV virus. Though there were 20.7 million cases of AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa last year, only 103,000 individuals had access to this life-saving drug. The United States needs to allocate more funds to provide access to this preventative source. There are three primary reasons why the United States should allocate funds towards PrEP. The first is because it's spending money now to save money down the road. If we can prevent the spread of AIDS today, we would save money that we as a nation typically spend on treatment later. In other words, if we can attack the problem at its root, that will be far less expensive than attacking it when it's in full blossom later. The second is because the United States has a precedent of doing the right thing when it comes to the fight against AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa. Under President George W. Bush, the United States created the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, which has spent $80 billion on antiretroviral treatment in sub-Saharan Africa. If we can get these dollars reallocated, which are already in the budget, towards prevention, different than treatment, that will save millions of lives down the road. The third and final reason is because it's an investment that American corporations will inevitably receive return on in the future. The 6 fastest growing economies in the entire world are in sub-Saharan Africa. If we can prevent the spread of AIDS, these economies will continue to be boosted in their growth. Since the United States has such a well-connected presence in foreign markets, U.S. companies would inevitably garner profit. Right now, there's a phenomenal opportunity at hand because American corporations are hyper-focused on corporate philanthropy. One example is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Gates has announced a $100 million dedication to fight AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa. He says his primary goal is to reduce transmission, meaning his dollars could go a long way if allocated towards PrEP. A second example is through Apple's Product Red campaign. Over the past few years, a portion of the proceeds from red-colored iPhones has gone towards fighting AIDS in the area. To date, $220 million has been donated to the cause. We need to get those dollars centered towards PrEP, and they could save millions of lives. The bottom line is that we have a problem at hand that kills 300,000 individuals in sub-Saharan Africa every year, even though modern medicine can prevent the spread of AIDS. In other words, we are letting a tragedy that is fully preventable perpetuate. However, we are lucky enough to have a solution that is proven to work through PrEP. The solution is clear, and action to make it a reality is needed urgently. Expanding access to PrEP in sub-Saharan Africa will save millions of lives in just a few years, while also allowing global economies to thrive.